Welcome to Mobile Car Mechanic. Today we're going to show you how to replace the rear rotors and pads on this 2017 Rav4. Again, this will apply from 2013 all the way to 2019. Let's get to it. Our parts and tools needed are going to be the brake pads and the brake rotor, of course, as well as a C-clamp to compress the piston or disc piston compressor tool, hammer, a flathead, socket wrench, a 14 millimeter and a 17 millimeter socket, and also a 14 millimeter wrench to hold down the slider pin from spinning, as well as some brake cleaner, brake grease, and a socket wrench. All right, so I chose to jack up the vehicle on the rear subframe, so it gets both the wheels up, because I'm going to be doing obviously the rear wheels, and I don't have to go on each side. So we'll go ahead and put a jack stand on the side that we're working on, and then lower it just a slight bit. But now that we have it up in the air, we're going to go ahead and use our impact wrench here to go ahead and remove the lug nuts. If you're going to jack this up using a regular jack, then you need to make sure that the tire is on the ground, or not a regular jack, but if you don't have an impact or anything like that, and you're using either a breaker bar or a lug nut wrench, make sure that you have the vehicle slightly jacked up, then loosen up the lug nuts, and then jack it all the way up, and then remove the lug nuts. But since I have an impact, I'm going to go ahead and use a 21 millimeter socket, as well as the wheel lock. All right, so we're going to go ahead and look at the jack point here, which looks like it's right here. I'm going to put our jack stand on there, and then just slightly lower it so that it's touching it, and then we'll go ahead and take off the lug nuts. Okay, now let's go ahead and get all the lug nuts off. Technically, you're not supposed to use an impact on these. I really had an issue. The lug nuts are in there pretty good. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and remove the caliper bolts. So there's gonna be one here on the top and another one right here at the bottom. These are gonna be 14s. So let's go ahead and remove those. All right, looks like we're spinning, so I'm gonna try to go ahead and see if I can get a wrench in there to lock that down. All right, so if the caliper slider pin is spinning, it looks like it's a 14 millimeter socket, so we're just gonna, or wrench, so we're gonna go ahead and use that. Okay, and we'll do the same for the bottom. I'm pretty sure this thing is gonna probably spin out. Yep, so let's go ahead and lock it in. Fantastic. All right, so now that we have it off, let's go ahead and wiggle it out. This is a push-in style piston, so basically all we have to do is compress it, so we'll do that later. I'm going to set the caliper right there for now, and we'll go ahead and pull off the pads. All right, now that we have that out of the way, make sure obviously that your handbrake is not on, because it will obviously stop you from pulling off the rotor. So the caliper bracket itself is held in with 17 millimeter bolts. So we have one right here, and then we have another one right down here as well. These are probably gonna be really tight, so you're gonna want some leverage. All right, we'll break this one loose here too. right, and I'll get my fancy wrench here and just whiz it off. Okay, should be able to go ahead and remove the bracket and the bolts. See if we can. Pretty sure we're gonna have to use a hammer to get this off. So let's go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and try to beat it around these areas. If not, if it doesn't come off, then we'll hit it from the back. All right, so we're gonna go get a hammer here. I'm just gonna use a soft. Let's see if we can. All right, so looks like it's on there good. I'm gonna go ahead and try to see if I can hit it back here. All right, so once we've loosened up the rotor, I'm gonna go ahead and remove it. We're gonna get our replacement here. And then we're gonna make sure that it matches up to what we pulled off. And that is a perfect match. So now we're gonna go ahead and use some brake cleaner here. And give it a wipe down, because there's usually some sort of anti-rust coating on here that you don't want on your brake pads. All right, so we'll go ahead and put the new rotor in place, and then we want to take off this cap for the handbrake. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and use a flathead here, try to pop this out. All right, so once we have it off, just gonna go ahead and insert it here. Sometimes you just gotta stuff it. All right, now that we have that in place, we're gonna go ahead and grease up our pins and clean up the slider pins here, because they should be able to move freely. So let's go ahead and do this. I don't think my brake pads come with the metal, so we'll go ahead and clean that up. All right, I'll go ahead and clean it off. Use my grease here. Should be able to slide freely just like that. Fantastic, so that's all nice and greasy. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and compare the old pads and see their placements. So it looks like this is the piston side and this is the outer side. So let's see if they, all right, I guess they did not give me the squealers for the pads. Well, we are going to make sure that it does match up. Fantastic. All right. So if you're ever in a situation where they do not give you the squealers, you can reuse the old ones. And all you need is just a flathead. And let's go ahead and stick it under there, kind of wiggle it out. Make sure it flies off somewhere, and then we'll go ahead and fetch it and put it on the blade. All right, so after you've launched your squealer into midair and had to look for it, all we're going to do now is we're just going to go ahead and put it on the bottom of the pad and then just push it in until it clicks in place. Alright, must have gone at a slight angle. Let's try this again. There we are. Now it's in place. So we're going to do that for the other pad. Make sure not to launch it into space this time. So there we go. We got the pad here. And match it up for that side, and then we'll just click it in place. Because I got bent the tab here just a slight bit, so let's go ahead and try to get that bent back into shape here. If not, I'm just going to try to force it on there and it should bend it back. There we are. Slightly. There we go. All right, so just as best as we can get it in here. Doesn't like being reused, but we gotta do what we gotta do. I'm gonna go ahead and try to put the pads onto the caliper bracket here, just because I think it'll be a lot easier for us. All right, make sure you put it the right freaking way. So, of course, I put this on the wrong side because I was frustrated with it. Fantastic, now it's in place. Let's put the pad the way it's supposed to go. Ouch. All right. Okay, I'm a complete idiot. I keep doing the stupid thing here, so. Okay, so now that we have that lined up, we're going to go ahead and secure the bracket. So get your 17mm bolts. I'm going to go ahead and squeeze the pads on it. Then we're going to go ahead and insert the bolt here. Put the bottom one in as well. Go ahead and tighten them up. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and actually tighten it up with my socket wrench to make sure it's actually good and tight. Okay, and now that we have the pads in place, rotors in place, We just need to compress the piston inside of the caliper. And to do that, I'm just going to go ahead and get one of these old brake pads. And I'm going to use a good old-fashioned C-clamp. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to clamp, just going to keep tightening it until it gets flat. Now we have it compressed. We should be able to go ahead and just slide it right on. And then we'll push in the slider pin so that it matches up to the holes. Okay. These are 14, so we'll just put our 14s back in there. All right, that's it. Just gonna put the tire on. Alright, so if you're gonna use a non-impact wrench to tighten this thing, just make sure that you tighten these all the way down first, lightly, and then lower the car slightly to the point where the tire is touching the ground, then tighten. If you're using an impact, go ahead and just proceed with the tire in the air. Jack up the vehicle, pull out the jack stand, and that's it, we're done. Thanks for watching Mobile Car Mechanic. Today we just showed you how to replace the rear pads and rotors on this 2017 RAV4. This will apply from 2013 all the way to 2019. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.